Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Registeel. Registeel on a team that I've featured quite a bit in the past. It's Trevenant Double Steel. Only in the past, in the place of Registeel, I've used Bastiodon. So I decided to swap out Bastiodon for Registeel just because Registeel does everything that Bastiodon can do, just a little bit better. Registeel is just an improved version of the role that Bastiodon serves, and it will be the closer on this team, along with Dalarian Stunfisk on the safe swap. G-Fisk is on the safe swap to draw out any Swamperts that may be lurking in the back. The idea is to swap out of the neutral and losing leads into Stunfisk in hopes of drawing out a Swampert so that Trevenant can handle the Swampert, take it out, and allow Registeel to roam free and wreak havoc on all of the Great League. Trevenant is an amazing lead. So powerful, you just have to prioritize your shields for it. But before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, awful lead in Skarmory. For some reason, we stay in this long enough to threaten with a Shadow Ball. Generally, with something like this, you can go right into G-Fisk. There's no need to do this, but we did grab a shield, so now it's G-Fisk time, and they meet us with a Shadow Machamp. Holy smokes. Well, that is a frightening sight to see when you've got two steel types in the back, but this is what G-Fisk is here for. We're actually going to shield up that cross chop to really put the pressure on this Machamp. We're either going to one-shot this thing or take its last shield. We take the last shield, and that is amazing. And they will counter us all the way down, as that is the play to make, and we will absolutely shield up the potential payback or rock slide. They are at payback energy, but they go rock slide, and they will not outpace us to another move. Before we can get off this seed bomb, Shadow Machamp is not known for its bulk, so we're saying bye-bye to the four-armed monster, and it's Registeel time. Here we go. They've got it. A Azumarill left in the back. Holy smokes, guys. Oh my goodness. This is what I mean by swapping out Bastiodon. You've got so much more flexibility with Registeel. That Zap Cannon does a lot of super effective damage to a very tanky Pokemon known as Azumarill, and they are not running Hydro Pump. Oh man, you really see, this is why Registeel has shifted the meta in such a way that you really have to have Hydro Pump for Registeel. We say bye-bye to the Azumarill, and all they have left is that poor Skarmory. Oh goodness, this is just about lights out. They're gonna go for the Hail Mary Brave Bird, but that does nothing to Registeel. We are just going to put this poor Skarmory out of its misery as we make it to a Zap Cannon. This is absolutely allowing us to say bye-bye to the Skarmory, and Registeel doing its job in dominant fashion, closing the game strong. That's gonna be a good game. Well played. Yeah, those of you that have a Registeel and happen to still be using Bastiodon, you might want to consider making the switch. Registeel is just better all around. For reasons like this, guys, Nidoqueen would absolutely shut down Bastiodon if we had it on this team. We, of course, make a play into our G-Fisk, and they meet us with an Obstagoon. So this is looking pretty hopeless for us, guys. At the time, I was thinking, man, are you kidding me right now? I was thinking for sure there was a Scrafty in the back and that our opponent likely had us dead to rights, but I decided to just stick in this and play it out. You never know what can happen. And we are fighting hard for switch, even though it is pretty hopeless to try and flip this. But Stunfisk, as you can see, makes it very close, guys. This is the power of G-Fisk on the safe swap. I say it time and time again on this channel. G-Fisk, one of the best safe swap options you can run in the Great League, or the Ultra League for that matter. Gonna go for another Rock Slide here and see what they want to do. They do not want to give us switch advantage, and that is okay. Gonna come in with Trevenant, And they are going to get to another Night Slash. It's going to hurt, but it does not KO. And Stunfisk put in a lot of work up against this Obstagoon. And we, of course, cannot farm down. But we're going to overload, and they aggressive swap back into the Nidoqueen, guys. They are giving us a win condition here. Win con spotted. We hit the Nidoqueen with that massive Shadow Ball. And they will take us out. But this is farm down range for our Registeel. And the further ahead you can get on energy with Registeel, the more lethal it can be, especially when shields are down and they've got a licky tongue in the back. This is why you do not give up on yourselves, guys. If you're playing GPL, you gotta be in it to win it, guys. Never give up prematurely, as we do land that Focus Blast. Generally, with something like a licky tongue or a Scrafty in particular, you're gonna need 2 moves to KO. You might as well debuff it with the Zap Cannon first. So slight misplay there, but that is okay. They aggressive swap back into the Obstagoon, and it doesn't look like they're running Cross Chop, which may have come back to bite them in the end. As we do farm it down, we get to the Focus Blast, and we're saying bye-bye to the Licky Tongue. Registeel, holy smokes. Oh, coming in super clutch, bringing it home for us. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Gotta say, guys, I was really liking the updated version of this Trevenant Double Steel team that I've run quite a bit in the past. And here we go. Awful lead, and Altaria going to make an aggressive play into our G-Fisk. And they meet us with a Shadow Swampert. Holy smokes. More hard counters, are you kidding me? This is, of course, impossible to flip, so we will not waste any shields. We will just look to put the pressure on the Shadow Swampert with the threat of an Earthquake, and of course they do shield, and they will look to farm us all the way down. But that is what G-Fisk is on the team to do. Draw out those sneaky little Swamperts that are often lurking in the back on your opponent's team. We do correctly shield up the Sludge Wave. That would have done a lot coming from a Shadow Swampert. And we are going to throw on the CMP to put the Swampert out of its misery before it can get to another move. We say bye-bye Swampert, and they do come back in with the Altaria. We meet it with our Registeel, and they've got a Tin Can Man of their own in the back, but we have the energy lead, guys. Gonna go for the Zap Cannon here to debuff the attack on the opposing Registeel. We can now tank whatever they throw at us here, and we are still up a shield, as they did shield up our Zap Cannon. And they do go for a Zap Cannon of their own, and that is fine. So, getting a little tricky here. Gonna go for the Focus Blast. It will be debuffed, so it will not be doing as much damage, but it still does quite a bit. So now, what we need to do is obviously shield up whatever this is. We cannot tank another move from Registeel, and we're gonna look to bank a Zap Cannon before making a play back into Trevenant, guys. Trevenant, hard walls, Registeel, one of the best answers to Registeel in this meta. They are going to throw a resisted Zap Cannon, but that is okay. We wanted to draw that Altaria back out so that we could get it within Zap Cannon range. That is the play, and of course that Shadow Ball does not do as much damage, but the damage, I must say, has been done as we do get the Altaria within Zap Cannon range. We get to it. Shields are down. We're taking out the Altaria, and we're going to lock on down this opposing Registeel. Had to make that play, guys. Had to bank that energy and draw back out that Altaria to seal the deal, and we did. That's going to be a good game. Well played. And to start things off right with some fun bonus battles as we move into the featured set of the video. We are met with an Azumarill, finally a decent lead for us, holy smokes. And they are staying in here on our Trevenant. I would not advise this, but we are fine with that. Anytime we can take out an Azumarill, we are more than happy to do so with our Trevenant. And they are going to threaten a shield with a potential play rough, and we do shield that up. That would have done quite a bit of damage to our Trevenant, and going to look to put the Azumarill out of its misery, as they clearly are looking to lose lead, and that is okay. We're fine with that. Bye-bye Azumarill, and they've got a Bastiodon on their team, So with an ABB style team, even if you win lead, you still want to save swap to draw out whatever they have left in the back, just in case it is a bad matchup for your Registeel. And in this case, it is an XL Wobbuffet. What the heck? I have not seen one of these in quite some time, especially in the Open Great League. I wouldn't recommend running it. It is sufficiently bulky considering its CP only gets to 1100, but it's really not that good, guys. It's running counter and it can only run return. It's only useful in its purified form as it doesn't learn return once you purify it. But as you can see, these returns are doing nothing to our Stunfisk, and neither are the super effective counters. Taking out the Wobbuffet. Bye-bye. I'm tired of looking at that thing. And it's Registeel time yet again, guys. Can you imagine if we had Bastiodon in the older version of this team? We would have lost because we were at a shield disadvantage, but because we had Registeel, it was lights out. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Had a blast with this updated version of this Trevenant team. Always a fun time. And here we go, picking up a Galvantula on the lead. It's a fairly neutral lead. We are resisting this fast move pressure. And Galvantula is not known for its bulk, so we're just going to throw this resisted Seed Bomb, and it does loads of resisted damage to the Galvantula, and we will shield up their lunge. And they make an aggressive play into a Sableye, so we are going to fire off a Shadow Ball before making a play into Registeel. We'll either grab a shield or do a lot of damage, and we do grab the shield. So it's Registeel time yet again, and Registeel has a clean victory over Sableye in all even shield scenarios, especially the one shield. And gonna tank the first foul play, and they will get to a second one. Gonna shield this one up so that we can get off the Zap Cannon and take a little bit of the sting off of this very high attack output of the Sableye here. And they do let that go. That is amazing. We can now farm this thing down with resisted lock-ons. And but not before they get to another foul play, and that's all right. We've debuffed it, and it does not do as much damage. They make an aggressive play back into the Galvantula, so got to really put the pressure on this electric spider here with a Focus Blast, and they do shield. That's amazing. Wondering what they have in the back, so because they swapped, their switch timer's not up, we can take advantage of that and go into our G-Fisk here. And of course, G-Fisk hard walls Galvantula like none other, guys. Everything is resisted from this electric spider here. Gonna tank a couple of these lunges and look to get rid of them before they get to another one. We don't know what else they have left in the back, and we don't want to get debuffed again, so gonna take it out with a Rock Slide just as they're getting to their next move, and they've got a Jellicent in the back, so this is very tricky when shields are down. We do have an excellent answer to this Jellicent, but we have to play this carefully. We have been thoroughly debuffed, and we want them to throw. This is amazing. They're throwing their energy to get rid of us, and that is beautiful. We did not want them to have any sort of energy advantage on our Trevenant. Now we just have to be careful of a potential catch. We hang on to our energy. And we get to the move. That was key, guys. If they had caught a move onto that low health Sableye, it would have been lights out for us. But instead, it's lights out for them because we held on to the energy as we take out the tanky jellyfish. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Trevenant Double Steel 2.0 was really working for us in these battles, and here we go, picking up a pretty scary lead in Shadow Nidoqueen. So we'll stay in here a little bit and try and catch the Poison Fang, but no, they continue to farm. Why? I have no clue, because when you're running Shadow Nidoqueen, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and throw. That's how you play Nidoqueen. But our opponent held on to the energy and really threatened with an Earth Power. So we did have to shield that as they make a play into a Medicham here. Gonna go for the Earthquake. We are ahead on energy. And when you have an energy lead against Medicham with G-Fisk, it's not so bad. And they're running Power Up Punch. That is okay. Because we had that healthy energy lead, we tank another boosted power-up punch, no problem, long enough to get to another Earthquake, and they are now going to have to either shield or risk losing their overpowered Medicham here, and they do shield. So we are now going to aggressive swap back into Trevenant, switch timers back up, and we know that they are not running Ice Punch. So we are going to take full advantage of that and take out this Medicham. Bye-bye, Medicham. That is one major obstacle out of the way for our Registeel, but we still have this very scary Shadow Nidoqueen here to deal with. We do grab the final shield with the Seed Bomb. This Nidoqueen is definitely within Seed Bomb range. We have to shield up this Poison Fang, and we have to get rid of this Nidoqueen here. Nidoqueen is a nightmare for Registeel. And we do get to the Seed Bomb in time. We say bye-bye to the Nidoqueen. What do they have left? Oh, they got an Azumarill in the back. Oh, it's just about lights out, my friends. We're just going to throw this Seed Bomb to get the Azumarill within Zap Cannon range. And it's Registeel time yet again. Anytime you want to top left, my friend, you go right for it. And they do. It was lights out. Shields were down. We were going to send that Azumarill packing with a Zap Cannon, and they top left. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Always a fun time when you can run Trevenant Double Steel in the Great League. Never a bad thing. And here we go, picking up a Alolan Marowak, running Hex. So we're going to stay in here a little bit. Hex does do less base damage. It generates energy faster than Fire Spin, but does a little bit less damage. So that is working in our favor. We do shield up the Shadow Bone. Of course, that would have done a lot of damage. Gonna bait with a Seed Bomb, and like a mad lad, they call the bait. Oh, that was insane to see. Gonna go for another one and really put the pressure on this Alolan Marowak here, and they do finally shield. So we're catching the next Shadow Bone onto our G-Fisk here. And that's a decent catch right there. But they did get the attack drop, so that is unfortunate for us. They come in with a Walrein, so we're going to go for the super effective Rock Slide. They, of course, can definitely tank one, but they're going to have a really tough time tanking two. And we are going to call this as an Icicle Spear bait, as Walrein players love to bait with the Icicle Spear. Not falling for that, not shielding that. Going to go for another Rock Slide and really put the pressure on this large, cuddly Walrus. And they do shield up our next Rock Slide. Going to look to farm us all the way down. And now we will come in with our Registeel, and probably should have shielded this because there's no reason to not go for the EQ. And they go for it, does loads of super effective damage. Gonna come in with our Trevenant and look to get ahead on energy on this Walrein here. And they do throw an Icicle Spear. They've got a Nidoqueen in the back. This is not looking good for us, guys, because now all they have to do is farm us all the way down, and because we tanked that EQ on our Registeel, it's lights out for us, as they are definitely at the Earth Power here. And yeah, they're gonna take us out. One shot with the Earth Power. Unfortunately, couldn't get that one done. That's gonna be a good game. Well played. Let's see if we can get some redemption here from that previous loss. And I think we can. It's looking pretty good. We got a positive lead here in Azumarill. They make a play into Registeel. That is not an answer to Trevenant, guys. So we are going to stay right here for a little bit at least. We will definitely tank a Zap Cannon as it is resisted. They do shield the first move, as that is generally the play with Registeel versus Trevenant. You want to get off that Zap Cannon debuff so that you take less damage from the harder hitting Trevenant. And we do bank some energy and make a play into G-Fisk. We have a shield advantage here. They do slightly outpace us to the Earthquakes, but we are up a shield, like I said, and they Zap Cannon. What the heck? That's okay. Even with the debuff, the Earthquake here will still be more than enough to take it out, but they shield. Holy smokes, what is this player doing? I don't know what this trainer is doing here. There's no winning this, especially down a shield. They do finally go for the Focus Blast there. But we are just going to take advantage, try and overload, but they catch the Earthquake onto Azumarill. That's okay. That is okay. They can catch all they want. We're just going to bank an Earthquake and make a play into our own Registeel. This Azumarill is not going to be too happy having to tank a Zap Cannon when they don't have any shields on their end and they're not running Hydro Pump. Guys, if you're going to run Azu, you got to run Hydro Pump for these very strong steel types like Registeel. We say bye-bye to the Azumarill with a Zap Cannon, and they do come back in with their own Registeel. And they get to a Focus Blast. This will definitely KO. We are in Focus Blast range. Ouch, that hurt, but that's okay. We can come back in with our Trevenant. They are energy dry. So gonna look to build up, overload a little bit. They catch again onto a G-Fisk. That's okay. We're gonna chip with this Seed Bomb. They can catch all they want, guys. It's not gonna help them. We banked an EQ. And because we got that chip damage off, this will nearly one-shot. One Mud Shot does the trick. And bring that Registeel back in here. No, they didn't want to. Oh, they tried. That's a valiant effort from them. They tried everything they could do, but it was not gonna happen, guys, as they do top left. Good game, well played to them. And that is the team, my friends. How about that Trevenant Double Steel 2.0? Version with Registeel in the place of Bastiodon. I've run the team in the past with Bastiodon and it worked beautifully in the past, but times have changed, my friends. There is a new, very dominant steel type. Well, not new by any means, but a better version, guys. Registeel just does everything that Bastiodon can do, just a little bit better, has much more flexibility in the back to close the game out. As we saw in many situations, had we had Bastiodon, things could have played out a little bit differently. But because we had the Tin Can Man in the back, it got us a lot more wins than we normally would have gotten. So very fun, updated version of this team. Guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.